Hey, Facebook and KR review gang and intestinal fortitude. Flesheater coming at you. Now, you probably heard tonight's Android and Sean show, and we talked about the Terminator. And what the hell just happened to the franchise? It went pew. Well, most people said, "Well, have you seen 3 and 4?" And I'm like, "Well, those were decent. I mean, Terminator 3 was pretty good, even though it was a rehashing of T2, just with a sexy female Terminator who had a really nice ass scene. Um, but overall, pretty decent movie. Terminator Salvation was awesome, very good. I mean, I wish they would have continued on from there. I think if they would have continued on from there, even if Bale didn't return for the role, I mean, if they would have gotten Mick G back in the director's seat, I think it would have been phenomenal. Um, but yeah, I mean, if you are a Terminator fan, I would just wait for Redbox on this one. If you feel absolutely compelled to see this movie, yeah, just wait for Redbox. I mean, the action was pretty good in it, but just some of the plot line and some of the plot lines was confusing, especially when they time jumped to 2017. The whole movie just kind of fell apart there. Movie had like 4 fucking villains. I mean, I thought that Oriental T-1000 guy, I thought he was gonna be the villain. The guy who played Storm Shadow in the GI Joe films. I thought he was gonna be the villain, and that would have been interesting if he would have been the villain throughout the whole movie. If he kept coming back like Robert Patrick did in T2. But he was only in there for like 10 minutes, and then he got killed off. We never saw him again. I thought he was going to come back later on in the movie, but didn't happen. We didn't see him after that, after the whole 1984 part of the movie. I think overall, I think Skynet was the villain. Like, Doctor Who's Matt Smith. I mean, they made a big deal about him being in the movie, which would have been great if he would have been in there longer. I would like to see him play a villain, but he was only in there for like 2 parts of the movie. He was only in there a total of maybe 3 minutes throughout the whole movie. But it would have been interesting to see him. I'd like to see him play a villain, but he was only in there for like 3 minutes, and that was it. So it was a letdown. But when I read this premise to this new Terminator, I kind of knew it was going to be like that. I kind of knew it was going to be a troubled film. But anyway, that's my my little Terminator rant. And Jai Courtney as Kyle Reese. That was just a real miscap. Might as well fucking cast Channing Tatum in the role. They both kind of look alike. They're both muscular jockey types. Anyway, Flesh Eater out. I'll see you on the flip side.